Hello and welcome to this video where we shall be looking at string versus string buffer. You may get asked this question in some sort of interview. The example I'm using here is one I found on Stack Overflow. I thought was brilliant, and all props to Simon Nickerson for giving this example because this is a brilliant one. So we're going to start out by, as I've previously mentioned in the past, a string is immutable, which basically means once a string has been created, we can never change it, and that's a simple fact of Java. People, come into this from different languages and see that this is the case, and it takes some getting over. But yeah, nevertheless, it's something I see a lot in production code. Here we've got a string t, which is saying cats, and we've got a for loop. This for loop's going over. We've got int 0. I is less than 10,000, I plus, so we're going to go over this 10,000-ish times. T equals T plus dog. So then we're going to return T. Let's have a look. Let's have a look without, see here, we've got a long start, current milliseconds, concat with string, so we've got this one. So concat with string took X amount of seconds. Then we have concat with string buffer, which we just looked at the previous video. Again, we're doing the same thing. We're going to do append. T here, we're just saying T plus dog. So let's have a look. And we can look at the values of these two. So after this, let's just do T. And then here, let's just do SB. And we're going to give the times on this. So a string buffer, again, we use string buffers for, for it to be safe on a thread. It's used when you need to construct a string piece by piece, basically, without, the performance overhead of constructing lots and lots of little strings along the way. Because when we're creating these lots and lots of little strings, it can performance can go down. Maximum length for this type of stuff is integer.maxval. So, these are basically stored as internal arrays. Java arrays, have an int for the length pseudo field. Performance between strings and string buffers for multiple concatenations is quite significant, as mentioned in this. And again, all props to Simon Nickerson for this, because this is a brilliant example. Let's have a look at this. So if we run this, what we have here is 10,001-ish. Dogs and cats. So we have, technically, in a sense, we've edited this T, but we're saying T cannot be changed. We're just basically saying T equals T plus dog, and then we're editing out T. And then here we're doing the actual append. Well, we're actually appending this particular string buffer. So let's get rid of this. So there we are. It took 0 milliseconds with a string buffer, and a string here it took 217 milliseconds, which is interesting. So I would definitely recommend sticking with a string buffer for this. Again, strings are immutable, so when it's created it can never be changed. So what we're using here, we're just saying T equals T, but a new reference to T. So a string is used basically to manipulate string characters that cannot be changed. It can only be read, and again, immutable. So performance-wise, string buffer is faster when performing concatenations. Basically, this is just because you can concatenate a string, and every time we're doing this, concatenating a new string, internally, in terms of memory as well, every time we are creating a new string, and that's immutable again. So I'd use a string buffer for this stuff. Maximum size of a string buffer, again, integer.max value, so I think it's 2 to the power of 31 minus 1, or maximum heap size divided by 2, depending on what the heap size is set at. So yeah, that's a little technical for this stuff, but it's quite easy when you just look at it. We can tell what times, how long is it taking. We use long start, current milliseconds, then concat with string, then we do the time. This runs in sequence, so once this is finished, we'll come down here and we've got the time. Again, same with this. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. If not, drop a comment below. And again, please go check this out on Stack Overflow. Just do a quick search for what's the difference between string and string buffer in Java. I have it in my notes from an interview a while back. And yeah, thanks for taking time to watch this video, and I shall see you in the next one.